Train to Pakistan, a haunting tale of partition and humanity. Welcome back to 10-Minute Book Club. Today, we're exploring Train to Pakistan by Khushwant Singh, a heartbreaking and unforgettable novel set during one of the darkest periods in South Asian history, the Partition of 1947. Millions of people were uprooted, and countless lives were lost as India was divided into two nations, India and Pakistan. But instead of focusing on politics, Train to Pakistan zeroes in on the human cost, following the story of a small, peaceful village shattered by communal violence. How does this story unfold? And how does a seemingly insignificant village become the site of a powerful tragedy? Stick around, because this is a tale that will leave you speechless. The plot: Mano Majra, a peaceful village. The novel begins in Mano Majra, a small village near the Satluj River, close to the newly formed border between India and Pakistan. Mano Majra is a picture of harmony, where Sikhs, Muslims, and the lone Hindu moneylender live peacefully. The villagers' lives are simple, dictated by the rhythm of passing trains. But this tranquility is disrupted when news of communal riots and massacres starts to trickle into the village. These horrors seem distant until they aren't. The dacoity and the first murder. The peace is first disturbed by a dacoity, armed robbery, at the home of Lala Ram Lal, the village's Hindu moneylender. The robbers kill Ram Lal in cold blood, leaving the village shaken. Suspicion falls on Jugga Singh, or Jugga, a Sikh man known for his criminal past. However, Jugga is preoccupied with a secret, his forbidden love affair with Nooran, a Muslim girl from the village. Despite his rough reputation, Jugga's love for Nooran reveals a softer, more tender side of him. The characters. The story's core revolves around four key characters. 1. Jugga Singh, Jugga, a burly, hot-headed Sikh with a criminal past. 1. Despite his flaws, Jugga's love for Nooran drives his actions and ultimately redeems him. 2. Iqbal Singh, a Western-educated social worker, who comes to Mano Majra with high ideals, but finds himself powerless against the tide of violence. 2. His disillusionment underscores the limits of intellectualism in the face of raw human emotions. 3. Hukum Chand, the district magistrate, who represents authority and bureaucracy. 3. While outwardly powerful, Hukum Chand is deeply conflicted and struggles with guilt and helplessness as the situation spirals out of control. 4. Nooran, Jugga's love interest. Nooran is a quiet, innocent girl who becomes a victim of the partition's communal divide. 4. Her relationship with Jugga symbolizes bonds that transcend religious barriers. Communal tensions escalate. The arrival of a ghost train from Pakistan, filled with the bodies of massacred Sikhs and Hindus, marks a turning point for Mano Majra. The villagers, who had been insulated from the horrors of partition, are suddenly confronted with its brutality. Rumors spread, and mistrust grows. The once harmonious community begins to fracture along religious lines. Muslims, including Nooran and her family, are ordered to evacuate to Pakistan for their safety. They must leave behind their homes, possessions, and friendships, symbols of a life they can never return to. Meanwhile, Jugga and Iqbal are arrested under suspicion of being involved in the dacoity, though neither had any role in it. Their imprisonment reflects the paranoia and scapegoating that characterize times of unrest. Hukum Chand's moral dilemma. Hukum Chand, the district magistrate, witnesses the growing hatred and violence with increasing despair. Though he has the power to intervene, he hesitates, torn between duty and self-preservation. His character highlights the failure of bureaucracy and authority during the partition. Hukum Chand's internal conflict is further complicated by his own personal failings. He spends his nights with a young Muslim girl, indulging in his vices even as he grapples with the weight of the unfolding tragedy. The Train of Death. The novel builds toward its harrowing climax when the departing Muslims are to board a train to Pakistan. Unknown to them, armed mobs plan to ambush the train, and massacre its passengers in retaliation for the atrocities committed against Sikhs in Pakistan. Hukum Chand learns of the ambush but is paralyzed by indecision. He represents the moral ambiguity of those in power, who often fail to act decisively in moments of crisis. Jugga's redemption. Jugga's love for Nooran becomes the heart of the story. Learning of the plan to derail the train, he escapes from custody to save her. In a powerful and selfless act, Jugga climbs onto the railway bridge where the ambushers have rigged a rope to derail the train. Using his own body, Jugga cuts the rope, sacrificing himself to save the passengers, including Nooran. His sacrifice is both tragic and redemptive. Despite his flaws and past mistakes, Jugga's love and courage elevate him to the role of a hero. Themes in Train to Pakistan. 1. Humanity amidst violence. One of the novel's central themes is the resilience of humanity in the face of unimaginable violence. Jugga's final act of love and sacrifice demonstrates that even in the darkest times, individuals can rise above hatred and act with compassion. 2. The human cost of partition. While history often focuses on the political aspects of partition, Train to Pakistan highlights its devastating human cost. Through the microcosm of Mano Majra, Singh illustrates the lives lost, families torn apart, and the scars left on survivors. 3. Communal harmony and its fragility. Mano Majra is initially a symbol of communal harmony, where Sikhs and Muslims coexist peacefully. However, the village's disintegration shows how fragile such harmony can be in the face of fear and propaganda. 4. Moral ambiguity. The novel avoids simplistic notions of good and evil. Hukum Chand, for example, is both a flawed individual and a figure of authority. Even Jugga, the hero, is not without his faults. This complexity adds depth to the story. 5. The role of authority. The failure of the police, magistrates, and politicians to protect innocent lives is a scathing critique of the institutions responsible for maintaining order. Hukum Chand's indecision mirrors the paralysis of the state during the partition. Symbolism of the train. The train is a recurring symbol in the novel, representing both hope and destruction. Initially, it symbolizes the rhythm and routine of village life. Later, it becomes a harbinger of death, carrying the bodies of the massacred and serving as the stage for Jugga's ultimate sacrifice. Conclusion. Train to Pakistan is a haunting exploration of the human cost of partition. Khushwant Singh's evocative prose brings to life the horrors of communal violence, while also celebrating the enduring power of love and sacrifice. Through the microcosm of Mano Majra, Singh forces readers to confront the fragility of peace and the devastating consequences of hatred. Jugga's selfless act serves as a glimmer of hope, reminding us that even in the face of unimaginable darkness, humanity can prevail. If you found this story moving, be sure to check out our summaries of other must-read books like The White Tiger and Wings of Fire. Subscribe to 10-Minute Book Club for more spoiler-packed dives into the best of literature. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.